Hello and welcome back to hopefully an interesting episode of my Let's Play. Yes, now we have a new abduction mission that we are going to send our men on. So I think that we should go straight to this abduction mission, and then after the mission I think that we should go over the base again and see what type of activities that we actually have left to do. I think there are a couple of days that we have to run before we can actually do anything, but I think we should look over the situation and look at some of the strategies and tactics and things like that. But for now I think that we should go straight to our next mission, which will be an alien abduction. Unfortunately we do have a problem here. And this is of course mainly a role-playing problem which I've decided for myself. The thing here is that, as you can see here, we have no officer to actually lead this squad. Neither Kimura or Hansen is actually qualified to be a corporal, so they are still privates, though they are slightly more experienced than these rookies, but they are no officer material yet, so we do have a problem there. And I also want to have quite a lot of rookies on this mission, because we still need to make sure that all our soldier can get out on the field and get some experience. So I think that I'm going to still have only 2 operatives with experience in this particular scenario or mission. So I'm actually going to clear her out, and then we have to go down in here and see if we actually have any corporals. I know, for example, that Finn Hansen here have the necessary willpower to be upgraded to corporal, but we have not decided yet exactly what type of class that he's going to be, so I think that we probably could say that he is not really available to us at this moment, so he's being like evaluated by the senior staff right now, and so we can't really use him. So the only one that I think that we should use is probably Corporate Wheeler. Wheeler is a rocketeer. Rocketeers, I think, are pretty good as leading corporals, either as a corporal or as a sergeant, because they have more of a laid-back role on the field, and they can therefore also be better at giving order to the troops from the back. So I'm actually going to take Corporal Wheeler. So of course he's going to be exhausted after this mission, but I mean that's unfortunate, and part of my role-playing experience of the game, and also why I play this game on normal, because I will be handicapping myself once in a while, doing things that we perhaps should not do. But it is an abduction mission, so most likely we're going to go into a rather urban heavy environment, so we're going to keep our rookies here with frag grenades and laser sight. I also think that we have some really good soldiers, I think I saw. So if you look at Fei Wu, I can't really pronounce these Chinese name, but Fei Wu, I would presume it's called. He has like a tremendous willpower, tremendous aim, and a superior movement. I mean, this is a potential super soldier. So we have to look out for this guy, and hopefully, I would really love him to be like. Pretty much he can be anything, but either infantry or an extremely good scout would be nice for him. Of course, with that aim, he could be a tremendous sniper as well, but with such a high movement, good willpower, and aim, I really would like him to be an infantry or something like that. He would be like a super infantry. Then we have Bernard, which is not very good here. I mean, he's a 61 aim, so he's on the lower scale on the offense, but he has like a normal move and a relatively normal willpower. Then we have Rookie Johansson, a Norwegian girl. She has a great aim. Unfortunately, she's quite slow, but her willpower is quite steady, so she's also a potential very good soldier, especially with that aim. So I could see her like a sniper. Could be interesting. Of course, low movement are perhaps not the best for a sniper, but it's not that problematic either, because snipers, you usually want them to stay in one place as much as possible and just shift their position once in a while, especially if they are more a long-range sniper and not like a gunslinger type of sniper. And then we have Richard Duran, who are basically, I think, pretty average, slightly low willpower, but other than that he's average. So I think if we have a very solid team. Sarah Johnson have a okay aim and otherwise relatively decent stats. She's our field medic, not magic. I have given her 2 first aid kit, so we have 6 uses of them. Might come in handy. Corporate Wheeler is of course equipped with a shredder rocket and a laser sight, and he also have a pretty good aim, so he has a total offense of 76, which is quite good for his level. So he's actually a very high potential soldier, especially with high movement and good willpower and also good aim, so he's have quite high potential. So unfortunately he will now be exhausted for quite some time. Hopefully it will, since it's an easy mission, and I don't know exactly how the mathematics works behind it, but hopefully he's not exhausted for too long. But this is the current team that we will take. I have not decided on start creating any combat teams and permanent combat teams yet. For that, I think that we need to have at least people that are on the squad level, so that we need what type of soldier they are going to become, so we can plan out our combat teams a little more. So we will have these permanent members, and then we'll have temporary members that can jump in when people are like wounded or things like that. So okay, let's go on this mission, and good luck to you, Corporal Wheeler, and away we go.
Visual on the mission site. Setting down.
Okay. We will begin the assault.
We'll be deploying to Russia for this one. picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Yes, we will.
This is Big Sky. Strike team has reached the AO. Requesting authorization to deploy.
Solid copy, Big Sky.
Okay,
Strike 1 is clear
let's
to
see
engage.
what we have here. So we do have 2 buildings which have to be cleared and swept. We also have the potential of positioning someone perhaps on the roof of either of these buildings. Let's see here if we can see any way of climbing this building. I don't think that I think that we maybe have something in the back here. I'm quite familiar with these maps on the personal level, but I'm not experienced as many other players are, because I've only had the game for a couple of weeks. So even though I probably have played on all the maps, I don't know them exactly how they look. But even if I do, I'm try to play this as if the soldier are on each map for the first time. Every time we are there, so I will try to look at what they see and what they have seen of the map and actually plan accordingly. So I will not try to use foreknowledge, for example, if I know what type of cover there are inside these buildings and so on, and then try to use that to my own advantage. I will try not to do that. Cannot promise that I'm going to do that without myself actually knowing it, but I will certainly try. But anyway, from looking at this, I can see that we of course have some relatively good cover around this car, so we could set up the team around this car. We could also set up the team along this wall, and then of course also have a lookout and see what we can see on this side, because I'm pretty sure that if we go into this building, I can see that there are some windows here, so we will actually see out here. So I think that it are better if we actually know what's there first, and then we will have to go by there. So I think that basically setting up a flanking defense behind this car. So I will take 2 rookies and advance them forward here. So I will take you there. I will take you and put you actually there. Because I believe that if there are any patrols around here, they can either come from this direction, and they can come from this direction. Of course, they can come from the building itself as well. But the squad leader here, Wheeler, are obviously concerned that there can come some aliens from here while the operatives try to go in and clear this building. So we will start by leaving 2 people behind this car as cover, and then we might actually take maybe one of them in support of the group that actually are going to enter into the building here. So first mission will be to go into the building, try to sweep this building as much as possible, making sure there are no aliens here. We know from our debriefing that it is supposed to be a relatively light resistance, so we might perhaps find something around like 10 aliens or maybe something like that. Definitely not more. So that's what we have to go on. Okay, we'll take position you guys around here. The medic will of course take a back seat. I usually don't keep my medic in the front lines, as well as of course I don't keep my rocketeers in the front lines, and I don't like to keep my sergeant in the front line as well, because the sergeant is important for the whole squad, and if he's killed or seriously injured or injured at all, I think there is a higher chance for the others to actually panic. So at least that is how I play it, and I actually think that is also the case. Overwatch everyone and see if we will hear any patrols around here. We will hear some patrol. We can hear some door opening. Question is where. We couldn't hear from where those sounds were coming. I would think that they probably are in this building, perhaps in the backside or something. I don't know. Then it's a good thing that we have 2 operative on Overwatch here. They should be able to at least start engaging in enemies with Overwatch fire. So you will actually go there. I will probably wait for maybe at least a couple of turns before I enter into the building. Hopefully I can maybe draw out some patrols and hit them with some Overwatch fire. So I will just do this, and then we will wait for just a short while and make sure that no patrol is coming our way, because we don't want to find alien and then have a patrol appear like in our flank. It's okay, we can hear something. We can hear something back there. But I don't want to advance in the center here before I have cleared out either of these buildings. And there's an obvious reason for that, is that if I try to go in the center here, which is should not be a tactical good choice, because we could get assaulted from both flanks and even from behind if we don't leave enough people here, and we only have 6 operatives, so we need to make sure that we can at least anchor one flank and clear that from enemies first. So we didn't hear anything, not close to us, but we do hear something here, so it might be that we have a group of aliens that are doing something in here. As long as they stay there, I think we can surprise them. So we still don't hear any patrol near our position. We can, I think that we can hear some drones, but I don't think that we are actually that scared of drones, so we will actually go there and peek. Okay. We found something there. Okay, so now he is actually situated behind low cover in there. And we can of course still have a group of aliens inside here. So those actually look slightly tougher than the other sectoids that we have met so far. And we also have extremely poor cover here, and of course we can't really advance out here without knowing exactly what's in here. So I don't think that we have much choice than actually opening the door. But Corporal Wheeler will of course order us to wait with opening the door until he can actually position himself in a better position here. Okay, should obviously not stand right in the door opening, so he should stand there. So if he can actually see something here, he could potentially actually fire a rocket and destroy quite a lot of cover, and even hopefully destroy some aliens. You can see 2 aliens, and you actually are a rather good marksman, so you have a 55% chance of actually hitting this guy and potentially wounding him, and you're standing behind this corner, which are I don't think it's like indestructible, but it's pretty solid from plasma pistols. I don't know exactly how far a grenade can go, so no, you can't destroy any cover. So I actually think that you should take a shot here, because if you wound him, there is only one that actually can fire at him, and the chances to actually hit him behind this full cover should be relatively low when there are only 2 aliens. So I will actually chance on taking this shot. Okay, you missed.
Oh, shot wide.
I'm pretty sure that he will actually move now somewhere else, or maybe he'll just sit there and shoot, but we'll see. Okay, so you will charge him and he will actually shoot. That's quite solid, of course. Hopefully he will miss. And you will move there, so that's good. And you will actually move there, okay. And shoot. Yeah.
It's raining death over here.
Okay. That was not actually such a bad move for us. So you actually did your job. You scared them into this formation. So, and you actually have a shot at him as well. So that's even better. So I actually think that we are going to open the door. See,
Time to kick this sucker
of
off.
course there are more aliens there. Yeah. We will start with you, but actually we'll take a shot at him. And hopefully we'll hit this time. You're a good marksman. Yes. That's nice. For good measure, we could try and finish you off and also kill this alien. Or we could throw a grenade, potentially kill or hurt quite a lot of these aliens. And then you could actually shoot that one. I really don't feel that we should waste our rockets on some rather weak sectoids. Of course we can get some damage here, but we still have our medic that can treat us. So I think we'll throw a grenade.
Catch.
It's quite perfect here because now they are extremely vulnerable in the sense that they are extremely damaged, so they are not going to hit us, or they have an extremely low chance of hitting us. And I want you to kill him, and if you don't succeed with that, I will see if I don't think that you can actually do much. No, you can't. So you just have to hope that you can finish him off. Yeah, it's not catastrophic if you actually fail, which you obviously do.
Oh, that is not good.
Okay. I don't want to rush up here with anyone right now, and then in here, because I fear that there can be some aliens up here, or there can come some sort of patrol. Let's see here. Do we have someone that are fast enough to go behind this cover? No Overwatch. No, they are not. Okay, I will actually send someone up here. It's not advancing that far up here, and go on Overwatch. Hopefully we can next turn come up here and fire here and try to maybe flank someone. And you will actually go behind there, so that perhaps we could charge in here and fire, because during next turn I really think that we could start moving in here, even though they're like low cover. They're going to be pretty wounded, and we can maybe throw another grenade. So I think that you should move there. So
Roger, Roger.
So he will reinforce him this time, which obviously is what I expected. You will reinforce him, and these two will not be able to do anything. So in that case we're pretty sure he is also damaged, so he's not all that likely to shoot. And now we actually move twice, which will just mean that they're going to be killed even more.
That was close.
Okay, you hit his cover, so now you can actually hit him. But you don't. I mean, he still have like a -30, -10 for my natural defense. So, of course, then you had most likely some bonus for close range. So, still, it was not a clear shot. Okay. I think that we are going to be able to do this pretty well. You will actually move I think you can move there. You are going to, I don't know, get through a grenade? No. Not up there, no. Okay. You will go. You can't go there, unfortunately. you will go there. You will stay here. Bernard will stay here and overwatch and make sure that if there are some patrols, maybe the drones or some those will appear. I can at least take some pot shot at them and then start engaging them with maybe take her and also shoot at the drones if they show up. And obviously you will go around there. We'll also have some good field of fire there. So, unfortunately, we don't have that many grenades, but you have a grenade. We will open the door. And we will, of course, remove these things.
Grenade out!
That's nice. Okay, you actually died. But you are exposed up there as well, so that was what I wanted. So we now have a couple of shots on you, 75%. That's enough. So
My weapon spent.
2 on you, and you, let's see here. If you kill you, you die, then it's only you left. So 69% basically for that you die. Yes. And then we're going to give this kill to Richard Duran. You're going to no, you can't move that. I think this is some kind of bug. Sometimes this happen because I don't see any fire here. So potentially you should be able to go inside the door. So let's save this. Save this on that one. Accept. Let's load. I will do that. Let's see if we can actually go inside. No, we can't still go inside. It's extremely strange. Can he go inside? No. He can't go inside. Okay, now there are fire there. Okay, so there actually was a fire here that we couldn't see before, so that's of course the reason why we can't go in, which I had actually counted on that we should be able to. So you will take your pistol and try and execute this guy. 64%, that's good. Yes, he died anyway.
What's making that noise?
Okay, and you will actually go to that corner now, and I'm still worried that there are some sort of patrol. We actually heard some doors opening somewhere, so I would actually presume that there are either the drones or some sectoids patrolling somewhere. I'm also pretty sure there are no more aliens here. This is, after all, a light mission, light resistance. So I will advance a little more aggressively inside here to just sweep the building. After which I can then go inside or charge this building from multiple directions. I have some rather good cover here, and the walls here, so I can charge inside both of these buildings. I have charge in here first. Let's see. You can still not move inside there, so we will actually move up here. And Sarah Hansen, our medic, will trade slightly after him, cover him. And since you can't actually get into the building, you will actually take your rifle and you will... I really don't want to leave these two on their own, so I will take like 3 people, go in and make sure that this is actually free from aliens, and I will take these 3 and put them like this, in case there are some patrols showing up. See how much ammunition do you have. So yeah, you don't have to reload. And you will take up position inside, so you will go there. So you can see pretty much everything. There can still be something up here. There can also be something out here on the street. So we will...
Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch. Oh, okay.
Reloaded.
Reload.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Yeah, I can still hear something
You hear
from
anything?
here, so
Clear
yeah,
to engage.
there is the patrol which I feared,
Missed the target.
but we have 3 operatives and 3 drones. We should be able to take care of them. You obviously go there, and you will, let's see here, you will obviously be flanked if you stay there, I think. So I think that you can actually go to that corner, and you can obviously not see anything, so you will go there. And you will go... Okay, if you go there you don't see anything. I actually moved you, so can't do much about that. So let's just shoot with you 2 first. Okay, you take your pistol and fire at the first drone. Okay, goes out. I think that you will actually go... I don't think that you can see anything if you go there, it's too far. But I think you should go there and wait. Obviously you 2 will just stay there in Overwatch. I will not advance them forward at the same time that I actually have these enemies here. We'll take care of those first. Now you will shoot at one of them. It's your last bullet here, so make it count. Yes. Ah, 1 damage. You will Overwatch.
I've got my eyes on.
You will Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
You will... I think I will try and kill that drone. Yes. So now of course he can be exposed. missed.
Shot failed to connect.
But I think I can accept maybe some slight boost if that happens. But then again, he actually went after Bernard here instead. Emily. So we should wrap this up. Hopefully we don't need more than these two. We might need a third gunner. Okay, you will hit. Yes. And you will take a pistol. And I actually think that you will do this just to make absolutely sure that you kill that thing. 92%.
Another day.
Okay,
Another successful operation.
that was an easy mission. 8 aliens, all killed with, I think, no casualties. So, an easy up. Some good experience for our men before some really difficult missions. Okay, and of course, Mr. Wu didn't actually get any promotion. I thought you were our super soldier, but obviously you didn't kill anyone. And that's obviously my mistake. I should have made sure that you killed someone. But anyway, we still have another 2 assault and infantry, so please let me be able to use some of you as infantry. And still bad aim. I don't like this. LC, and you had 70, so yeah, 72. That's good. You will be an infantry. Of course, you are relatively slow, so you will have to be at least for the time being. You will have to be like a support person. Of course, infantry usually are some sort of combination of assault and support. So I will definitely make you into an infantry. I will also promote you to a corporal. And you didn't make it to corporal, Bernard. And you should probably be an assault, but we do have a lot of infantry assault to promote here now, so, and you also only have 4 hit points. That's not good for an assault. And 66 aim, that's just too poor for being infantry. So you have to be a weak assault for now. But usually this is not a problem, because when they level up, they will increase their hit point eventually, most likely. So I'm not all that worried about that. Gunner, Rocketeer. So we also have quite a lot of gunners. What we don't have a lot of is snipers, so we still haven't managed to get any good sniper. We have, I think, 2 scouts with not the best aim, I think, but that's not the priority for the scouts. But you, I think, are decent. You have like an average aim for either a gunner or rocketeer. You don't have the best willpower, and you have an average move. So I will look and see what other people we have, and you will also get a promotion later on once we have evaluated you and your other members of the team, and we can sit down and have that discussion and see what training possibilities there are for you, Duran. Yeah, as well as you, Emily Bernard. I don't know, Emily for me sounds like a girl's name, but obviously that's a male name in French. Obviously, it's not. Okay, Fei Wu, you will go on my next mission where you're not tired, because I really want you to become like a sniper or something. You will be like a super sniper, hopefully. Okay, let's see what we got. Some weapon fragments, delirium alloys, some sector corps and drone wrecks, and 100 credits. That's nice to have.
We will be watching.
Okay, let's look at the situation room. Let's move in there. We can see here that Europe and most of Asia is quite, I wouldn't say satisfied, but it's not that much activity there, except of course for Australia, that has been overrun by the aliens who has set up some sort of base and operation here there. So we obviously will have to look extra careful of what's happening in Australia, and eventually we'll have to make up some sort of plans to invade Australia.
We're monitoring several contacts at the moment, but we may need to run a diagnostic. This doesn't look like a legitimate target.
Okay. Then we have the southern parts of Africa here. We have South Africa, we also have Nigeria. So there obviously are some heavy trouble in Africa. As I said before, if this continues, of course there can be some really bad missions in South Africa, like swarming missions and things like that. So we actually would have to look at the possibility of sending up satellites over Africa before what we actually scheduled, just to keep the peace in South Africa. And I think that we have to discuss this with the board members and see exactly what we can do there, and if we should prioritize Africa before actually deploying satellites all over Europe, because Europe, as we can see here, are quite satisfied, and so we still get quite a lot of funding from most of the countries in Europe. We also of course have Canada. Canada I don't think are that important. It's more important if something happened to the United States, which actually giving us quite a huge amount of credits.
I still don't understand why the aliens would be willing to go to all this trouble. What could they be after?
So we obviously have to watch the North America. South America seems to be quite satisfied as well, so I really don't think that we have to care much about either Argentina or Brazil, and we don't get that much funding from those countries either. So and of course we don't get all that much funding from Africa, but if we would keep all of Africa safe, then there are some very good organization and skills among the African Union nation here.
The engineering
Those
team is
will
doing
actually
some tests right now
provide
that could
us
be
with some
destructive.
additional
I'm
funds
going
which
to
we
alert
can
the staff
invest
as a
money and so
precaution.
on. So that should actually be quite advantageous for us as well. But then of course we must also make sure that we have enough interceptors so that we actually can cover the African airspace as well. Even though we might not be able to maybe engage more than maybe like scouts or something like that, but still we need to have at least like one interceptor, maybe two interceptors stationed over Africa, and that's quite expensive. So there are things that we need to think about. We should look in our hangar. We can see how that Raven 1 it will be repaired within 2 days, so hopefully there are not going to be any more scouts coming our way in Europe within the next few days, so that we can intercept them, shoot them down. We need the experience and we need to investigate these UFOs and make sure that we can gain some more of their technology. We can look inside the barracks here, so we can now see that Mickey Wheeler here is exhausted for 16 days, so it's not all that bad. So it's basically for the rest of this month, and then he will be ready for a new mission. We have a couple of operatives that will be fully rested here within a couple of days. So we have within 3 days we have quite a lot of operatives that are ready for new missions. But if we still are getting these relatively easy missions, I think that we will still take out a lot of rookies on these missions, because we need to train them up and create some good combat teams. Engineering, I don't think that we have much here that are actually very interesting, so we are piling up some sectored corpses here in our warehouse, which will be good for our research. I think that we will just make sure that we
Excavation complete.
have some more time.
Excavation complete.
Oh, we have excavation complete. Let's go into facilities. Okay, here we are going to build a new power generator so that we can build more structures. 6 powers, and the adjacency bonus is 3 powers, so we will start with this. It's 120 credits. It will take us 10 days, and as soon as this is ready we will excavate this and also build a power generator here. My idea here is to build another workshop here, a laboratory there, and an officer training school here, and then maybe an alien containment facility here, or maybe a what's it called, a foundry. But we can't build foundries yet, so not alien containment facilities either, so we will not actually even think about that. The officer training school is 200 credits, and we have 481. We will have to pay another 40 to excavate this, and then 120 for another power generator. So that's 160 credits, so we should be able to at least afford a workshop and the officer school here. Then we are probably not going to have all that much money left, so we will not be able to actually use the officer school until we have some additional funding, some more missions, or we get new funding from the council. So that's the strategy here. So we just wait one more day. It's March 14th. And we have an abduction site.
Commander, we're tracking
So,
several reported
yeah.
abductions via the hologlobe. I've got the coordinates locked in.
Okay, so now we have an abduction in France. And of course, there haven't been that much activity in France yet, so it's going to be relatively moderate. So I think that we're still going to take out 2 slightly more experienced operatives and 4 rookies, or maybe 3 rookies. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I have to look at what people we have available. See if hopefully there are at least some officers available to us now. But I think that we will wait with that until the next episode. So I think that we will end this episode here. So take care and goodbye.